Hi there,
Okay.
Vicky.
Hi. All right. Thanks for tuning in. This is How I Sold My Movie, and you can too, where we are asking filmmaker, writer, director, founder of the incredible Becoming Love project, Tamala Baldwin, our one burning question. These questions are going to help us make our film. So feel free to send them in. But today, our question is, what keeps you motivated? Oh, sorry. Hi. I always am like, do this intro, and then I'm just like, okay, let's go. Hi, Tamala.
Hi.
Are you ready?
I am so ready. Let's do it.
Okay, okay. So, all right, I'm gonna change it. No, let's
Okay.
keep it. What keeps you motivated and committed when the project starts to feel like work more than inspiration?
What keeps me motivated is that this has been something that I dream about. And I also believe that, when the universe gives you an idea, it's going to find any vessel that's prepared to give birth to it. So I
Mm,
remember, I think someone mentioned that that's how Michael Jackson wrote Beat It. He was like, I have to do this song today, otherwise, God's going to give it to Prince. And that's how I think the universe works. I think, we get these ideas and you can choose to act on it or don't. But if you don't, I still believe that creation will find a way to make sure it gets out there. So
mm.
that's what I think about sometimes. I also think about like how this has been a dream of mine. I get to play and create worlds and give opportunity. Um, but yeah, it definitely isn't like easy. It definitely isn't easy, but I enjoy it. It's something that I'm choosing to do, and I know that it will have a beautiful impact on those around me, if that makes sense.
No, that's great. Have you ever read Big Magic?
No, I haven't. Sounds great.
Okay, they talk about that. She talks about that and how she thinks ideas, are energetic and they move on, or they can move
Yes.
on. But
Yeah.
so let's say someone is coming to you and saying, um, "This is feeling so stressful. I don't know what to do, where to go from here." What tools are you tapping into to be able to break through in these moments?
It's like I think you have to think about like why you do it. Like I'm not someone that is intrinsically motivated by money. So I'm not defining success by, external validation. So I think you have to assess why you're doing it and what's actually causing this trigger. But I also am a big proponent of if you got to cry, like cry it out. Like you will see me take a walk until I feel better. Because I am only human.
Mm,
But I think we have to know why you're like your why. Ugh, it sounds so cliche. Like, what's your why? But that
mm,
is part of it. I'm motivated because I feel there's a higher purpose to what I'm doing. I think that media and entertainment can shape collective consciousness. And I think that is very serious. And
mm.
so if I can create messages to help people see something more beautiful and more positive, like that's a responsibility. So
Yeah, and an incredible one. Like what a if you're prepared for that, that's great. Are there people you're talking to when you're going through this, or is this like internal work that you're tapping into? Like really, like help me here, because I know that if I'm being honest, like of course I even struggle with this. I will say that one of the things that helps me is community always.
mhm.
So even just being in community right now with you as I do this film, your positivity, us rubbing off each other, having the hard conversations, like having the great conversations, having someone. But yeah, I so are you talking to people, like, or what are, like, give me one tactical thing. You gave us walk. That's good.
Mhm. Oh
So
yeah,
that
I
kind
will.
of is the idea there to shift the energy.
It's so that I don't get angry or
Mm,
spaz out. Like I'm kind of like type A when it comes to like time and punctuality,
yes.
but I don't want to show that on set because like as a female, especially when working on set and you're working with other, I don't want to say like I don't want to downplay men, but like it's just different. Like I feel like I have to step more into my masculine energy to make sure that people are kind of following my lead.
Mm.
So when I do go for my walks, I'm usually bringing the producer or like my right hand person, and they are usually the more grounded one, that can allow me to kind of, cry if I gotta cry
Mm.
to get it out, to shift the energy. And that's like in the moment. But even like in pre production, I think it's just really important to have people that you're able to work well with and can communicate with. I need to be able to be myself. Um, and that just really helps. And that's
Mm.
the joy of doing independent film work as opposed to in a more corporate environment where it's not in a corporate environment. It's also not as like personal. It's a job. Whereas like if I'm like doing my stories that came to me from the universe, it's a different energy.
Mhm. Mhm. It
Does that
is.
answer your
It's
question?
definitely a different. Yeah, no, I
Mhm.
agree. I think it's a different energy. And I think the thing is too, it's like it may sound cliche, but it's really not. Like going back to why you're doing this. And like for me, sometimes I say, you know what, just get through the day. And
Mhm.
then you can and tomorrow's a new day. Like
Yeah.
it's a reset. It's a new opportunity to maybe see it a different way. Maybe if you're bumping up against a problem, like you can call someone. I also think like so incredible because you are really collaborative with your team,
Thank you.
from the interns to the executive producer. But there's always somewhere where you can get something. And I feel like I see you doing that in real time. So I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah,
I do.
for me, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. No, I was gonna say I do want to say that um, when you're doing independent stuff, it's really important that you get to choose people who you want to work with. In a corporate space, I don't have that luxury.
Mm,
And that is like sometimes as a director, you're walking into a crew that has been working together for the past year and you're the new person. So for me, I haven't really had a lot of like stressful experiences when I'm doing independent stuff. It's just more so like, all right, we're losing daylight, people, like those kind of things. Like let's move it. But
yeah,
like that's about it. Otherwise we're having a good time. We're having fun.
yeah. I one other thing that helps me in that, I mean, is I have like a spiritual practice. I have a
Mm,
something I do for myself every day, or at least I try. Now that I have kids, I'm like a little bit more. But I make sure that I tap and I do that visualization. I'm already kind of priming my brain, especially if we're going to set. I really try not to skip it.
I love
Because
that.
especially when you're on the producing side or the production management side, any of that type of thing, directing, people are looking to your energy. So
Yes,
it's like it's always feeding your own cup, I think is so important. But yeah,
that's so
sorry.
important. No, you're so right. So there
Mm,
really isn't a lot of people that you can go to when you're in a leadership position on set. It's kind of like either your producer, and even that is kind of like has its limits. Um, so, but I will lean on like my right hand person,
yeah.
and I feel like being a female or being a woman, it's never been like a bad thing to be like, oh my god, what's happening?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I love. I mean, we're all your people on this movie we're working on, The Way Back Home.
Yes,
Our interns are stars. I love being there for you. Like it's such a gift. So
thank
yeah.
you. Feel the
So yeah,
same.
so don't I think the number one takeaway here is really like it does kind of come back to community, like making
Yeah,
sure that you are surrounded by the right people. Especially when you are in the independent space, you really do have that control,
yeah,
right? Is that kind of
yeah.
our main takeaway?
Absolutely. And I cater, I mean, I follow that in every way. Like I like to do in-person auditions.
Yes.
So I want to make sure that the energy is right. Like, can we talk to each other? Can we like communicate? Do you understand when I'm giving you a note? Do we speak the same language? All of that matters, because we are making art together.
Yeah, I will. Oh, we got to talk about casting this week because our casting session was absolutely incredible over the weekend. And I will say it was funny because there was one actress that said, you people from New York are always doing in persons. So I was like,
It's
oh,
true.
okay.
I
But
got
yeah,
I got to see you in person. What you like? What do you like?
it's funny. Oh goodness.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us about the film and how can we support?
Yeah, so we are doing a mental health film. about a high achieving woman that has a nervous breakdown. And I'm sure that a lot of people that are in their mid 30s, mid 40s, mid 50s can relate to someone that is grieving the life that they thought they were going to have. This is a film that was inspired by the young people that are in our cohort, where we teach people how to use storytelling as a way to heal and process trauma. So it isn't just a story that came out of my mind, it's a story that came from the young people that I've been working with, and they're all part of the project. They're learning how to produce, how to cast. One of them is actually going to be acting in the film. So you're helping to create opportunities for the next generation of storytellers,
Yeah.
heal the storytellers, that
Mm,
want to add more light to the world through their
yeah.
art.
Yeah. It's it's really an interesting script too because it's not like a kind of like a sad drama. It's like there's some humor in there. And
Yes.
so it's very layered. I think
Yeah.
it's really interesting. I like the way you write. Like I'm always like it's surprising. Like there was surprises around the corner. I'm like, oh my God, this is juicy.
Thank
This is
you.
juicy.
I would
Go
say
ahead.
it's more of a family drama than like a moody, like regular drama, if you guys
Mhm.
had to categorize it. What do you think? Like a family drama?
Yeah, let me think about
Or-
that. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so support the film. You can learn
Mhm.
more about it by going to what's our site to donate.
Givebutter.com/TWBH, T as in Tom, WBH for the way back home. And we are a nonprofit, so it is tax deductible. All the things, get a little tax write off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's a really, like I said, like it truly is full circle. It's an incredible story. It started from real human experiences, and now these filmmakers are also getting to make it. But this isn't just like oh, we're doing like it's going to be really good. The team that we're
Okay.
putting together here is incredible, and that will be one of our episodes talking about putting a really strong, passionate team together.
Absolutely.
So yeah, stay tuned. We got some BTS
Yes.
content coming as well. And Monday, we are having our table read.
Woo!
So I'll try to get you guys on the inside because Tamala is really doing some incredible things. Anything else?
No, that's about it. We'll see you, I guess, tomorrow,
Yeah,
folks.
we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.